I finally arrived at my apartment while fighting for breath. And who do I see when I walk in? My boyfriend. Oh yeah, that's right. As of last night, we're not dating anymore. When he saw me, the first thing he said was that he waited for me all night. And then he said that he takes full responsibility for everything. He wanted to keep explaining, but I stopped him. I really don't have time for this. We went downstairs and he handed me my bag and said that when I calmed down, he would like another chance to explain. Then he jumped on his bike and drove off. I mean, I wanted to think things over, but ain't nobody got time for that right now. When I got to the office, both of my hands were full from the bags of snacks. Tip, the supervisor of the accounting and administrations department, who has been calling me all morning, was standing there looking like she was about to burst into flames. Where have you been? And why haven't you answered any of my calls? I told her the truth. Well, my hands were so full of these bags of snacks and I was sitting behind a motorcycle, so I really wasn't able to answer. Honest. Those are not good reasons to not answer my calls, she snapped back while holding her trusty pen with the intention to record my punishment. 3 unanswered calls at 10 baht per call is 30 baht. The total in this month is now 120. I lost more money this month? Last night was 350 and now 120? Am I gonna have anything left for the rest of the month? Tip? She quickly answered before I could say anything else. No, I won't take out even 1 baht. I was gonna tell her that I didn't have any credit in my phone to call her back, but I guess it would have sounded like an excuse anyway. So in the end, I didn't say anything. Then she ordered, "How lucky is it for you that the representative from our main headquarters hasn't arrived yet? Go prepare your work." Within 10 minutes, the snacks were already ready to be served. After Tip checked it for like the 3rd time, Sonton hung up the phone and told us that the representative has finally arrived. The minute he was done speaking, the elevator dinged. The elevator door opened and... What? The jerk! Cringe! Oh my god, I wanted to disappear from this moment, this world, this universe! But seeing how that wasn't going to happen, all I could do was keep my head down and hope he doesn't see me. The jerk introduced himself. "Good morning, everyone. My name is Chern Pa. Looking forward to meeting you all." Sonton introduced everyone in the office to him. "This is Tip. She's the supervisor of accounting and administrations. This is Sang San, production manager as well as director. Gawi is our creative. And this is..." Sonton had to stop when Nicha butted in to introduce herself. "Hi, I'm Nicha and I'm an AE here." I think I just saw her eyelashes fluttering while she was introducing herself. Sonton introduced a bunch of other people, but eventually reached me. "This is Kwan. She's our admin here." "Hey Kwan, why are you being so shy? Come on now, show us your face." I didn't even get a chance to say anything before he said, "Hi there, Miss Crazy." This has got to be the longest minute ever. "It's Kwan, sir. My name is Kwan." He smirks. "Oh, right, my bad. I was thinking about what happened yesterday and must have mixed the two up." Sonton looked confused. You know each other?" I quickly answered before he could. "Yeah, we just met each other just like really quickly once." Sonton still looked confused but didn't say anything else. Phew. The jerk then told him to gather all the employees into a meeting. Once we were all in the meeting room, he announced to everyone, "Everyone, I'd like to make an announcement. My responsibilities here is not only limited to the assessment of this branch. I've also been assigned to lay off some employees." Everyone said at the same time, "Lay off employees?" I think I was the loudest. I mean, having 1 job is barely enough for me to get by. I'm already taking like so many odd jobs here and there, and if I lose this job, my only full-time job, where am I gonna find the money to send my little sister to school and buy medications for mom? And not to mention my student loans. This jerk. I mean, I knew he was mean, but I didn't realize he was so heartless and cruel. He wasn't even done speaking. As for who it's going to be and when, I will inform you later. This meeting is adjourned. Please go back to doing your work. I can't believe I have to leave. I still have so many questions. I wonder what else he spoke with Sonton after I left. After announcing the news to everyone, I stayed behind and spoke with Sonton some more. He was really anxious about the situation because he was afraid that if people were laid off without notice, there would be a lot of distress because, well, naturally many of them have a lot of responsibilities. But then he said that he himself wasn't worried because he was already so old and next year he would be retired anyway. Yes, I was already very aware of this. I spoke directly to him, and I told him that he is one of the reasons why this office is not as fit as it should be, and he is the reason why his employees are skating on thin ice. The fact that he was headed to retirement did not mean that his leadership roles were no longer needed. He may have been here in both the highs and the lows of the company's history, but nowadays he has no more enthusiasm for his work, and the fact that he views himself as old and useless is precisely why he should be taking responsibility for what is happening instead of blaming them. He was quite surprised to hear this, but in the end, he admitted what I said was true. So I told him that if he wanted to help save his team, I was willing to help him in the coming period to become a more effective leader. He agreed, and said that if I could help him save some of his employees, he would do as I advise. I know I didn't agree to it before, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I anticipated to come to a final decision about this branch. And the lunatic. I'm only just starting and I've already got a giant headache waiting for me. I really hope tonight will end smoothly so I don't have to deal with that girl anymore. It really is true as they say, no good deed goes unpunished.